Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Jonathan Mead from Uncaged Human, and today I want to share with you 4 exercises that are going to help you open the squat, get you more comfortable in the squat, and get you more freedom in this position that everyone should be able to own. Everyone should be able to be comfortable resting and moving in the bottom of a deep squat. This is our natural human resting position before we had chairs and before we just started sitting so much in modern culture. We all would have been able to own this position and be in this position for a long time. So these exercises are going to be really helpful for you if you're already able to hold a deep squat. If you can't get into the deep squat without falling over, then you're going to want to check out some of my other videos in my YouTube channel. But if you can at least hold this position and it's not quite so comfortable, maybe your shins burn, maybe you have tension in your hips, maybe your upper back is rounded, whatever it is, these exercises are going to be super useful for you. So for this, you're going to need a ball or just some kind of object that you can reach for, and that's about it. So the first exercise is you are going to reach in all different directions and plant your hands down and lift your hips up. So this is called the sasquatch. So you're going to reach, you can reach forward, plant your hips up, and the goal is to get your hips as far away from your hands as possible. So reach, hips up, come back down. Reach to the side, hips up, come back down. I can even reach behind me completely. Bring my hips up this way. The goal is to just explore all these different positions, moving in and out of the squat. So that is the first one. The next one is painting the ground and the sky. So in the squat, you are reaching, you are moving your hands across the ground, all different directions, behind you, the front. That's painting the ground. So again, really focusing on fluid, smooth movement. It's okay if your heels lift or your feet pivot. It's absolutely fine as long as you're maintaining a relatively squat-like position, okay? So what we're doing here is we're getting the body used to being in different angles and different positions and moving in the squat more, so you get more variety, you get more inputs into your nervous system, and you give your brain something to focus on rather than just, your shins burning, or why does this hurt so much, or why do I keep feeling like I'm going to fall over, or something like that. Okay? So that is the second exercise, painting the ground and painting also the sky. So we can reach up ahead, reaching all different directions, right? Spend some time and just exploring, reaching the left arm, reaching up with the right arm. And that's the second exercise. The third exercise is the rainbow pickup game, which you may have seen in my previous videos, but this one time we're going to apply it to the squat position. So this is where you're going to need your object. I have a tennis ball here. You can pretty much use anything you want. And I'm going to reach out as far as I can, place the object down, reach, and pick it back up. And I'm going to do this in lots of different ranges, imagining that I have this whole 360 degrees to play with, okay? And also, as you're reaching out on the right, you can do this too with your left arm. You don't have to stay every time you reach out to the right, reaching with your right arm. You can also explore reaching the opposite way. Try this in a squat at first and not using your hands, but if you want to, you can explore too, planting the hand down and reaching this way. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. One is using hand for support. The other is using no hands. So hand for support will be a little bit easier. No hands will be a little bit more challenging. So explore both of those options and then see what works best for you. See where your edge is. Maybe no hands is a little too challenging for you. So step it back, use hands for a little while, and then progress to using no hands. So that is the rainbow pickup game in the squat. And then the last thing that I want to encourage you to do, and you can tell, right, just from that, couple minutes, this will get your heart rate up. This will get your, this will get your blood pumping. So it's a good exercise to do mobility, but it also has kind of a cardio component as well. The last thing I want to encourage you to do, if you want more freedom in the squat, and I'm not going to go through all the possibilities here because there's so many different possibilities, but practice moving in and out of the squat in as many different variations as you can think of, right? So I'm in a seated position. I can press my hands back, come into a squat this way. Maybe I'm in this 90-90 position. I can come into it this way. From a straddle, I can bring my legs in, rock my way forward into the squat. I could be on my back, rock my way up into the squat. Of course, I can go from standing down into the squat. I can go from a kneel into the squat. I can bring one foot down, the other, come back with no hands. So many different possibilities here. The only limitation is your creativity, your imagination. The more varieties of ways you have of getting in and out of the squat, the more familiarity you're going to have in your nervous system, the more patterns you're going to have available to you, and that is what makes the squat feel more comfortable, or it's one of the ways that can make the squat feel more comfortable. Of course, just hanging out, spending more time in the position, I absolutely recommend that as well. Just accumulating time there, but there's only so much benefit of just sitting there. Of course, that can be useful. Of course, you can practice just having good form, good alignment, in the position itself. But at some point, there's going to be diminishing returns to that, and you're going to want to practice using the squat, coming in and out of it in as many different ways as you can think of. So, I hope you found this useful. I hope you found this valuable. We had reaching and planting, the sasquatch, getting the hips as high as possible. We had painting the ground and the sky. We had the rainbow pickup game. And then, of course, just getting in and out of the squat in as many creative ways as you can think of. I hope you found this useful. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you have not already, because I release a lot of really good, valuable videos. I'm a little biased, but I think you're gonna want to stay tuned for the videos that I have coming up next, because I'm always working to create really useful, practical, and also fun videos for you to watch and for you to learn from. Like this as well if you liked it. If you didn't, that's fine too. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's anything that was a aha moment for you, any of these that you found particularly useful. That's always great feedback for me. And know that I am going to be releasing a full program on the squat, mastering the deep squat, perfecting the deep squat. So if you struggle with this position, I have a full program that's going to be coming out soon, but in the meantime, I'm just going to be releasing a lot of free, valuable videos for you that are free of charge. So stay tuned for those. Make sure you're subscribed for those, and I will see you in the next video.